Hi there, Lindsay Weirich here, the Frugal Crafter, and today I'm going to show you how to make a mailbox using my 3D mailbox SVG template. And all the pieces will cut out on a 12 by 12 inch piece of paper. And here what I've done is I took 2 sheets of paper and I glued them with a glue stick back to back before I cut them out with my Cricut, and so now I have some really cool double-sided paper. And I'm going to make a Halloween style mailbox, so I thought these papers would look really nice for that. Now, the first thing you want to do is score your box. It'll make a big difference, and you always score on the side you want to be on the outside. So for this part, I am going to have the orange. This is the bottom and the ends of my box, and I want that to be orange. So I'm lining up with my score pal, and there's little notches here at the end on the smooth round side that shows you where to score. If you get confused though, you can look at the printable directions because they have all the scoring marks on them as well. And on the other end, you just need to score from scallop to scallop, the bottom scallop to the bottom scallop. So that's pretty easy there. And I also like to pre-fold it. I'm going to use my hot glue gun to assemble the box, but you could use tacky glue. You just need to make sure you hold it. So I have pre-folded, and I'm going to set that aside. Okay, now I'm going to start to assemble my box. I've got the bottom panel with the 2 ends folded up, and I've got the hood part of the mailbox, and that is going to glue right on top like that. So I'm going to start with one side, and I'm going to put a bead of hot glue down the edge. You have to work pretty quickly because the glue will dry on you. So maybe like the first time you attempt this box, you might want to use Eileen stick and tacky or something that will be a little bit slower to dry so you can get the hang of it. But then after you've done one, you can do the next one with hot glue. You'll have had the hang of it by then. That will only take a minute to dry, and then you do the same thing on the other side. It helps if you bend it a little bit first because then it will want to go in that direction. I'm going to do a bead of glue right here along the edge. You could glue each tab individually, but the inside, nobody's going to see it, so I'm not going to bother with that. If you end up with like a messy edge, you can always wrap it with paper. It makes a nice decoration that way too if you do that. Okay, when this is secure, you want to fold under these little tabs on the end. I got some glue on my fingernail. Fold these over, and these are going to be glued to the inside of your box. This is the back end of the mailbox, not the one that opens, but the back end. By gluing these 2 papers together, I have a nice thick cardstock to work with. I used some of the premium cardstock from Die Cut with a View. That's what the orange side is, and the other side is just some spiderweb paper from one of the Die Cuts with a View fall stacks that I got ages ago. Now again, I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to put my glue on the inside here so it won't show. And it's the inside back of the mailbox, so you won't see it anyway. And I'm going to work quickly because I don't want my hot glue to dry on me. I love my glue gun. It really, you can't beat it. It's inexpensive. Hot glue sticks go on sale for $20 for $1 all the time. It's instant, and it really stays stuck when it comes to paper. So I am all for hot glue. And it also gives you a subtle dimension. If you're making cards and you use hot glue to glue down your different elements, it'll give you a nice dimension. And it'll stay a lot better than the foam adhesive tape, which can eventually pop off. Okay, so you have a nice neat back there. Now the lid of the mailbox needs to be glued to the outside. So I'm going to put it here, and it's going to glue to the outside. And then it's going to go on like that. Alright? And this I'm going to do 1 tab at a time. I guess you could actually glue it to the inside. Strike that. I'm going to glue it to the inside. I think that would be a lot neater looking if I'm not going to cover it. If you're going to cover it over with paper, you could go ahead and glue it on the outside. But I'm just going to put a dab of glue, and I'm going to start the first part down there because I want it to be nice and neat. Make sure that you have it all the way to the outside though, because you need it to fit on the outside. It needs to go on the outside of the hood area. So it's got to be big enough. Alright. On to the next couple. dab. You can snap off the little strings if you get glue strings. Just let it cool all the way, then you can snap them right off. Just make sure that you are not going, that you're going to leave enough room. You want that lined right flush up with the outside of your lid. This is a little awkward. I could do this much faster if I wasn't trying to hold it in front of the camera. I think this is going to be a cute Halloween mailbox to use as a decoration in my home. Now if you see your paper separating anywhere, you can just put a little squeeze of hot glue in there and give it a little pinch to secure it back up again. I'm going to do these last 3 tabs at once, I think. The nice thing about hot glue is it sticks to your project, to your paper project, but you can usually peel it off if it gets stuck on anything else, like your tabletop or whatnot. So that's kind of nice. Okay, so the base of the mailbox is put together. You can see we've got the everything put together here. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to put the flag on. So how I'm going to do that is I am going to use a paper piercer, and carefully, I don't want to poke my finger, but I am going to poke a hole through the flag and through the base. And I'm going to use a brad to secure it so that the flag can be put up and put down. Now I'm also going to tell you that if I was doing this without the camera on, it'd be a lot neater, so please excuse any messy glue or any crooked gluing or anything, because doing this in front of the camera I have to be kind of like a contortionist, so it doesn't always come out as neatly as I would like. But see, you can put it down, you can put it up. So now all there's left to do is to decorate it, and that part's the fun part. Now you know how to assemble a basic mailbox using the SVG template kit from Lindsay Stamp Stuff and mygraphico.com. So I do hope you'll give it a try and make some truly spooktacular mailboxes. Thank you so much for watching.